It's been quite a journey with this team to get to where they are right now and looking ahead to Saturday. Welcome to another episode of The Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect. Well, what's it like to be the head coach of a professional basketball team and you get down to the final cut? You've got to make a decision in days of that last cut. What is that like? What does that feel like? How do you make that decision? Well, Stephanie White and her coaching staff found themselves in that very position on Tuesday. And this, according to the Indy Star, is what the head coach had to say about that. It's really difficult, Fever coach Stephanie White said Tuesday ahead of the Fever's announcement. I think we're looking for, number one, someone who is going to stay ready so they don't have to get ready. Somebody who's going to be probably in and out of rotation, making sure that they're okay with that. But also someone who's going to be a contributor on the floor and off the floor. I mean, in the locker room, in the huddles, being engaged. So it's time to get to this position in the season, having to make that last cut. It makes it really, really tough. It may be really, really tough to make that decision, but this is what professional head coaches have to do. And Stephanie White did make that decision. And so the team released Jaelyn Brown, and Michaela Timpson is the only rookie who remains on the roster. And so unless something unforeseen takes place, then it will be exactly as we have predicted even before the training camp begin. And that is that Michaela Timpson will be the one remaining in a Fever jersey when it's all said and done. And so that's where we are right now. Congratulations to Michaela Timpson, and obviously Jaelyn Brown, we wish well. As the Indy Star says, this is likely the final move Indiana will make before opening day Saturday. And of course, that's against the sky, everyone. Make sure you're tuned into the Adrienne Ross Show. Let's watch that together. So we know the Fever are now under the salary cap and have 11 players, which is a league minimum. And Indiana can carry up to 12, but salary cap limitations will force the Fever to start the season with 11. Okay, so why Timpson? Well, Stephanie said KK's ability to come in and impact from that post position, she doesn't try to force things. She allows things to come to her. She plays with great pace as a young player, and oftentimes you'll see young players pace too fast. She's poised and she's ready when her number's called. And again, no surprise here. Knew that would happen, predicted that would happen. And Jaelyn Brown, I predicted she would not make the team. But then I said, some people started saying, well, what about Brianna Turner? So we had that conversation, but we also had the conversation about what Michaela Timpson brings to this team and how likable she is, how Indiana Fever fans fell in love with Michaela Timpson and the Southern charm and all that. But the basketball ability she brings, and she's such a young player, I don't think anybody doubted that she would make this team. So many comments about it from the start about her being a part of the team. And the thing that surprised me, even though it's not a huge surprise, was I thought the Fever was going to make that announcement on Monday. I said on Saturday's live stream against the Atlanta Dream that I believe the Fever would make the announcement on Monday, which would then give them that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with the team, and then be able to have, work on those things that they're going to run on Saturday, work on the rotations, the starting lineup, all that. for a whole 5 days and then enter into Saturday's game. And so when they didn't do that on Monday, I was surprised. And it was just today, Tuesday, that in the open thread, the Tuesday open thread for members of the channel, I said, wow, I'm surprised. I thought that they were gonna make this move. Well, it wasn't long after that the move was made and Jaelyn Brown was cut. And so the 11, I don't know, do they plan on bringing her back, or they, a month within the season when they're able to do that and have the 12th player, or will they be looking for someone else? What do you guys think about that? It'd be interesting to hear what you think. Will they be bringing back someone who was cut or moving on? In any case, it is onward and upward for the Indiana Fever. And so after the team posted on the X page their thank you to Jaelyn Brown, we have waived guard Jaelyn Brown. Thank you, Jaelyn. They then posted some pictures without Jaelyn of them getting the work done. This picture here with DeWanna Bonner makes me, as she points upward, makes me think about, yeah, it is onward and upward for this team. Aaliyah Boston going to the basket with the left hand. Kelsey Mitchell with that look on her face, passing the ball here. And we've got Brianna Turner getting up high for her shot with the left hand as well. And Lexi Hall making a move. And it is about making moves. You have to make the tough calls because the goal is to win. The ultimate goal is to win a championship. And so you have the training camp. If you're the Indiana Fever, you bring people in, you treat them like royalty, you put the big banner up so they know that you are waiting for them. You give them their jersey and show them to their locker, and the fans love on them, and they get an opportunity for not so long to be a part of the team. Everyone simply cannot make the team. Michaela Timpson was the obvious choice, I believe. And Michaela Timpson was also the first pick for Indiana, pick number 19. And she's the one who remained. She has a tremendous upside. And whether she plays a lot, whether she plays a little, we'll see. But I tell you what, I truly hope. I hope Michaela Timpson absolutely astounds everyone by blowing the roof off of what people expect from a rookie. I know that this team needs strong post play, and I hope she just dominates. And so congratulations to her, and I hope she's not timid and that she just plays extremely hard and is a model for the other players as well. This team has that combination of youth and veterans, and they have the in-between as well. So now they have an opportunity to get down to business, figure things out in a short amount of time. And the game, of course, on Saturday is against Chicago. So it's a business, and a business decision had been made, but it is onward and upward. It's been quite a journey with this team to get to where they are right now, and looking ahead to Saturday after the 2024 season ended, things just begin to shake up between Christy Sides moving on and Lynn Dunn being put in an advisory position. And you got Kelly Krauskopf and Amber Cox, and then that announcement of Stephanie White, and then all the movements during the free agency. It's just been so many pieces. And then, of course, the draft and bringing in those three players and watching training camp and getting an opportunity to really watch training camp. But even before training camp, getting an opportunity to see those people who are in the gym working with Keith Porter. That's right. They brought on Keith Porter and they brought on the other coaches, and just getting a peek and just like, when is it going to start? When is it going to start? People were saying, can't wait till it starts. And then here we are. And then after embracing the people they brought in, then they start waving, and the people are like, oh my goodness, I wish they would keep them. It just, we kind of got attached to them, and that we know it's business. And so it's like, okay, then we get to see some preseason games, and the Fever went undefeated in preseason and found a way to win. And The coach, Stephanie White, just sticking to the plan and saying, listen, you guys better get a lead in the first 3 quarters because I'm going to bring in, it's not going to be starters in the fourth quarter. You're going to have to work your way through. And we got to see what they could do under pressure. And then we got what they could see what they could do when they weren't under pressure with Brazil as well. So there was that piece. And it's just been a whole journey. And here we are in the final stretch before Saturday when it all kicks off, where you are going to get an opportunity to see what this team can do in the first game of regular season, because we have to keep that in mind too. Everybody had a preseason and everybody will have a first game of the regular season, and the pieces will fall in place in time. And I'm here for it. And I believe you are too. And I hope you are rocking with the Adrienne Ross Show throughout this season, which is about to kick off. All right. If you would, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button for this video also, please. I will catch you next time, God willing. God bless you abundantly.